I believe with all my heart. I mean, I believe with all my heart. I believe that there is a purpose, there is a reason, and there must be a kind of urgent call of the people who actually know who they are. I want to say something very crucial here. That when a man, and when I mean a man, I'm actually including a woman into it. A boy or a girl, young or old, if in life you don't know the purpose why you were created, you may be disappointed by the time you are awakened to it. If you don't know the mind of God towards you coming out of Him to this world that we are in now, you may not like it at all. So that's why it is very important and very crucial for you particularly to know who you are. Many of us may actually think when they ask you, who are you? You go into your mind to think of what people called you to be, neglecting that people are not your creator. They cannot actually know who you are. Absolutely, the one who knows you is the one who created you. So for you to think that you can know who you are without you actually go back to your source of the capacity, who has all authority and strength and glory, you may actually perceive things wrong. That is very crucial, very important. And I want you to listen, because I came up with this kind of a question because I want you to know that you are not what people say you are. No one upon this earth can define you. In fact, not even the one that gave birth to you when you were young. They could have actually imagined who they want you to be and gave you a name. They could have imagined the circumstances behind or what actually was going at that time or going on at that time before you were given a name to. They might have looking at the suffering they passed through, which they call suffering, but in the sight of God, obviously, God has never seen suffering because He has never created one. So many people actually perceive things by their own sight, the eyes that is given to them by the perceptiveness, by the way they perceive things, and they think that eyes is actually seen when the eyes see nothing. Because the eyes that is in your body or on your body cannot see anything until you get into the eyes of the Spirit that God created with you. And that eyes of the Spirit is eternal eyes that can never be seen by anyone. Because the eyes that you actually have in your body can never see God, because that eyes is not meant to see God. So this is very crucial for you to understand that for you to know who you are, you got to go back to the source of your capacity. And the source of your capacity is the spirit inside of you that God put there to guide you and protect you and tell you who you are. Because it's the remembrance of all things, even the things that you do not remember because you were walking in your flesh. You're walking by your mind. But when you go to the capacity, the Garden of Eden is actually on the inside of you. It's nowhere but on the inside of you. Because the Garden of Eden is where God has put himself in the first place. Because he put the Adam and Eve in that Garden of Eden. But they are all on the inside of you. They are in your mindset. Did you know that? Do you think Garden of Eden is somewhere? On the inside. In your mind. In your mind. So to actually know who you are, you're going to go back to the source of power. Let me say this and very clearly for you to know who you are. That's number one. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Who you are in the beginning is when God himself realized there is darkness and he pronounced you. Let there be light. Light be. The light God pronounced on that day was you. And that's you. Jesus came to us and said, you are the light of the world. Who you are is light. You ought to go into darkness and darkness run away. Because you are the light of the world. Who you are actually is the light. When you neglect the light on inside of you, that's why you're always thinking that you're in darkness and you're afraid. Light can never be afraid. Who you are is the light. God created you light. He pronounced you light. And you are the light of the world. And if you know who you are, you will never be afraid of anything. You are the light of the world. You light in darkness, and darkness can never comprehend you because you are the capacity of the light, and you are actually made as light. And the light is the Holy Spirit that is living on this earth, the Spirit of the living God. You are the light. You know, you can give a lot of name to yourself and say, I'm the sons of God. But of course, if you are the sons of God because God is light, you must be light. The capacity that is working on inside of you is light. And light can never be afraid of darkness. Darkness, famu, move out, move away. When the light show up, you are the light of the world. Who are you? If you are a Christian, you are the light of the world. Even if you think you are not the light, you are not thinking right. Right thinking produces right answer. You are the light. You are the light. You cannot be afraid of darkness. You are the light. God made you light. You are the light. Capacity of God is on the inside of you. You are the light. Supernatural power of God is on the inside of you. You are the light. The Spirit of God is living on the inside of you. You are the light. God himself made you like that. That's why when you walk, you can never be trembled. I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. I fear no evil.